Alright, good evening everyone. This is Senior Forecaster Cameron back here again, and I'm here to give you guys a blog regarding the potential of severe weather as we get towards your early part of your work week here. I did talk about last night that we were going to start our blogs tonight regarding that potential of severe weather here. Storm Prediction Center is monitoring for the potential of severe weather as we get towards Tuesday for our area. Mainly the overall uncertainty right now is the position of the trough. Is it going to be a positively tilted trough, or is it going to be a negatively tilted trough here? And that's going to mean the big difference between seeing a low-end severe weather event or a more significant severe weather event for us here across the natural state here, guys. So if a risk area were to be issued, you'll be the first to know here at Arkansas Weather Watch. So just stay tuned with us as we close out your current work week and go into your weekend here, and we'll start getting more samples and more data in regarding the potential of this severe weather event as we get towards the early part of your early next week. And also this starts your severe weather season next week as well, so kind of ironic you're looking at a severe weather threat with the beginning of severe weather season kicking off for us here in the natural state here. So main deal with this is going to be the time of the year. You know, late February, early March is going to play very crucial on what happens with that southeast ridge, and I'm going to show you guys here in just a little bit. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and zoom this out so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So this is the ZOZ GFS, and what you're looking at here is 500 millibars is your upper level dynamics, or what you call your you're basically seeing what your jet streak is up here, 500 millibars. And I like looking at this because this is basically what Storm Prediction Center is looking at right now. Is this going to be a positively tilted jet, or is it going to be a negatively tilted jet? And that's going to be the ultimate difference on who sees what to what degree as it gets towards the early part of your next work week here, guys. So here we go. Here's the ZOC GFS, and this is basically what we got going on, our upper level pattern at this current time here to close out your work week here, guys. So you've got ridging taking place across the western half of the country, and when you have ridging in place, you have a jet across the eastern half of the country. So what goes up must come down. So to close out your work week is going to be on a very cold note for us here in the natural state and for the eastern half of the country here. Now this is going to be pushing up towards the east, and you're going to start turning from high pressure west jet east to jet west and high pressure sailing across the east here, guys. And that southeast ridge is going to start developing as we get towards the early part of your work week here. Now this is what the ZOZ GFS, okay? Keep this in mind. The GFS, in my honest opinion, does not really do well with the upper level dynamics versus the Euro, but I've seen GFS nail it before. So this is what the GFS wants to do, and I talked about this in the forecast tonight, that a upper level system is going to dive into the southwest, and it's going to completely cut off from the main jet streak, your main storm track, excuse me, that's what I should say. So your storm track is going to be here, okay? You're going to have ridging start to take place across the southeast, and you're going to have a cutoff low in the southwest here, guys. So as we progress in time, and that's Tuesday morning, by the way, here we are Tuesday evening here, and there's your upper level system here. Now with the GFS 1, with the ZOZ GFS, it is much slower, way slower than it has been with the last couple of runs. One thing I always say in my blogs is I look for consistency. I look for wall-to-wall consistency, and the GFS has basically been all over the place with this upper level system here. That tells me right there we don't have any samples in. It doesn't have a good handle on its energy right now here. So what it does, it kind of opens it up across New Mexico, western Texas here, and it still has it positive. But one thing, like I talked about before, is that it's extremely slow with this system here. So there's your trough here, positively tilted, okay? Still has the potential of severe weather as you get towards Tuesday here. It'll be to a lower scale, but you still look at the potential of severe weather, and also look at the potential of flooding, which I'm going to talk about here in just a little bit. Here's your ridge buried across the Gulf of Mexico and the Bahamas here. So what it's doing is there's a ridging here as you get towards Tuesday and Wednesday here. I'm going to take this out just a little bit further here. Now this is what it does as we get towards late Tuesday night and early Wednesday morning. There's your high pressure ridge really starting to settle in. Alright, and what it does, as high pressure begins to attempt to move northward, it forces this upper level system to go from positive to neutral to negative, and a negatively tilted trough right over Arkansas here. So that would favor Mississippi, Alabama, and Tennessee more than Arkansas. But Arkansas would be dealing with this as we get towards Tuesday night and Wednesday here, guys, if we were to go with the ZSZ GFS here. So there's still some uncertainties with the system, and it carries it out of here. And here we are Wednesday afternoon, man. And for our folks in Mississippi, Alabama, I know we're Arkansas to watchers, but we do have folks that live in Mississippi and Alabama. The ZOZ GFS really turns on the upper level shear over here, a 134 knot negatively tilted trough over eastern Arkansas and Mississippi here. That would mean basically an outbreak of severe weather from Mississippi, Alabama, and majority of the southeast here if you were to go with this particular model run. One, like I talked about before, and has basically been jumping all over the place with this system here. So I don't think it has a very good handle on its overall energy of the system as of yet. So I don't expect the risk area to go out tonight. They may put one out tonight, but like I said before, the ZOZ GFS, the GFS overall has not been terribly consistent with this system here, guys. So we're going to keep a very close eye on the situation here. Now, I'm going to go over to the European model here, but before I go over to the European, I'm going to zoom down to our part of the neck of the woods, because I'm also going to show you guys dew points. I'm going to show you guys temperatures, and I'm also going to show you guys overall precipitation totals here, because rainfall, heavy rainfall, could be a very big concern, especially for folks in north and central Arkansas as they get towards Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening, and into the early part of Wednesday here, guys. So here we are on Tuesday. All right, and what it does here with the ZOZ GFS, what it does, out of response to that system starting to develop, it attempts to send a warm front down into Arkansas here, and what it does, it stalls that warm front, a cold front. It stalls that cold front out in central Arkansas here, guys. So if you were to go with the ZOZ GFS, okay, what it does here, here's your system here, okay. So your system is going to be in Texas. Alright, and there's your cold front here. There's your front boundary here. So you got warm, moist air moving into Arkansas, in southern Arkansas, excuse me, and it's being cut off in central Arkansas. So you will have the potential of flooding for north Arkansas and central Arkansas, while you're dealing with potential of severe weather across southern Arkansas, North Louisiana, and the Mississippi here. So that's the GFS, what it's wanting to do with that system here, and it gets it out of here. And like I said on Wednesday, for our folks in eastern Arkansas, we could look at the potential of some morning tornadoes over there in eastern Arkansas and into Mississippi here, and then it kicks out as we get towards Wednesday. Now, I'm going to tell you something behind this front. Temperatures are not going to drop off much, okay? So there's the front boundary kicks through, and temperatures are not going to drop off terribly much. You know, normally we've been having these fronts come through, and temperatures completely drop into the 20s, highs in the 40s. Temperatures, they drop, but they quickly rebound as we get towards the later part of next weekend, into the early part of the your next weekend here, before the potential of yet another storm system could be kicking out as we get towards the March 9th, March 10th time frame, if we were to go with the ZOZ GFS here. So here's your dew points real fast here. Alright, with the GFS, and what it does here, like I said before, it sends that moisture up as you get towards Sunday and Monday here, guys. So it's going to feel a little muggy, especially for our folks down in southern Arkansas here, but it completely, the GFS completely shuts off the majority of the state. Here's low pressure, and there's the quote-unquote cold front that comes through. Alright, so if the GFS were to play out on Tuesday, if this particular run were to play out, this would be the area to see the potential of severe weather as we get towards on Tuesday. And that'll be far southern Arkansas, most of Louisiana, Texas, and into Mississippi here, guys, where central and north Arkansas would be spared from the potential of severe weather here if you were to go with the GFS. I'm going to show you why. There's other computer model guidelines that's wanting to say something different from the GFS here. So there's GFS here. Now I'm going to talk to you guys about the potential of very heavy rainfall here. So there's total precipitation accumulation here. I'm going to take you guys out to right around, I say, there we go, Thursday afternoon. Look at here. This is what the GFS is wanting to do with that system. This is what I'm talking about with that stalling or that low or that front that comes through central Arkansas. So here we are over here. There's your front, kind of laid out across central Arkansas, and it has upwards to 7 inches of rain across most of central Arkansas here. And this is not within, this is not within a 7-day total. This is going to be within, I say, here we are, Monday afternoon, carrying out Tuesday into Wednesday, and into here's Thursday morning at 6 a.m. That is about a 24 to 48 hour spread, and that is about almost 7 inches of rain in such a short amount of time. Can lead to some serious flooding issues, especially since our ground moisture levels are really high across the natural state. So we will look at the potential of flooding, but also look at the potential of severe weather, where you could tell where lower totals are at across southern Arkansas. This would be the area to see the potential of severe weather. North Arkansas will be spared, and then central Arkansas, right around that front, would have the potential of seeing flooding as we get towards Tuesday and the Wednesday time frame here. Now, that's GFS. Let's go over to the European model real fast here, guys. So here's the European model here, and I'm gonna go over to the upper level dynamics. There's 500 millibars here, and I'm gonna zoom this out so you guys get a better perspective for what we're seeing with the system here. So here's the European model here. This is the 12Z European, and I'm gonna go out to Tuesday here. Now, here we are, this upcoming weekend. This weekend is going to be nice, by the way. So if you got any grilling plans, if you've got anything planned for this weekend, I suggest go ahead and do it. This upcoming weekend is probably going to be one of the greater weekends we've seen in quite some time across the natural state here. But here we are, Monday night into Tuesday here, and you can easily tell the the Euro is much faster with this low pressure. The GFS doesn't even have it on the coast until Tuesday, where the European model has it basically making a beeline for us Monday night and early Tuesday morning here, and by Tuesday morning it's in West Texas. So obvious model differences between what it wants to do with this system here. So here's the European model, okay, and as we get towards Tuesday and Wednesday here, what it does with the European model, instead of having it positive, it has it more of a neutral state over Texas. So you have to watch out for the potential of severe weather here. And what it does as we get towards Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening, and into Tuesday night, it goes from neutral to negative. And if that happens, you're going to look at the potential of a pretty significant severe weather event across our area as you get towards Tuesday night and into early Wednesday morning here. And then for our folks to our east, it gets it out of here really quickly here, guys, as the upper level jet picks it up and basically takes it away here, guys. So that's what the GFS is kind of lacking on. The GFS keeps it cut off, where the European model has that storm jet coming and getting this system and basically kicking it out of here pretty quickly here. But what ends up happening is kind of a double-edged sword, if you were to say. Yes, it gets out of here pretty quickly here, but also as a double-edged sword, it turns it negative over our heads. So we would be kind of in a very bad situation here, where you have high pressure here, all right, and then you have your system here, and then you have your jet starting to pick the system up and carry it off towards the northeast here. But under influence of that high pressure, it turns it negative over us, and then it keeps pushing off towards the northeast here, guys. So that would influence the potential of severe weather for us here in the natural state as you go towards Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday evening here, guys. So here we are with temperatures here with the European model. We'll go ahead and go to Tuesday here, and similar to what the GFS is wanting to do, is things that cold front down into the natural state, but it just completely stalls it out across central Arkansas here, guys. And temperatures really soar across southern Arkansas here as you get towards Tuesday night and Wednesday. And this is the area you have to look out for the potential of severe weather North Arkansas, you'll be okay with this. Central Arkansas, look out for the potential of heavy rainfall. But Southern Arkansas definitely have to watch out for the potential of severe weather as we go towards Wednesday. And like I said before, for our folks towards the east, it gets it out of here very, very quickly here. By Wednesday afternoon, it's out of here, and temperatures do not drop off much behind this system here until we get another frontal boundary that comes through Wednesday and into Thursday, which we will have to keep an eye on for the potential of severe weather with that frontal boundary, that second front. And then it gets it out here with temperatures going back to near normal for this time of the year if you were to go with the Euro. So I'm going to show you dew point temperatures real quickly here, and then I'm going to show you the reflectivity, and then I'm going to go ahead and end this blog. But here's the European model here, and there's your moisture return. This is what I'm talking about with that moisture return on Tuesday if you were to go with the European model here. Alright, so here's your low pressure here. There's your cold front. And then I'm going to call this a stationary front across most of central Arkansas. So southern Arkansas, northeast Texas, western Mississippi, and southwest Tennessee. If you were to place a bet right now, this would be the area that would be put under a risk for the potential of severe weather per Storm Prediction Center if they were to put one out between tonight, tomorrow night, or even a Friday here. Just seeing consistencies with the GFS and the Euro consistently wanting to target this area for the potential of severe weather. Southern Arkansas, eastern Arkansas, Mississippi, Louisiana, northeast Texas, and into southwest Tennessee here, guys. So that's just the European model's perspective on things. And like I talked about before, with that cold front swinging through, there's your low pressure, 996 by the way. So you definitely have a lot of wind energy with this. Swings that line through as you get towards Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening here, and it just completely gets out of here as you get towards Wednesday morning here. And then with that system that comes through Wednesday and Thursday here, canceling out the potential of severe weather, but we could look at a little bit of winter weather if we were to go with the Euro, and it gets out here, guys. So main story, just keep an eye on for the potential of severe weather here, guys. We will be here all week long to keep you guys ahead of the storm and keep you guys updated on the latest. So stay with Arkansas Weather Watchers for the system. Thank you guys for tuning in, and y'all have a great rest of your Wednesday evening.